This is the political brown kid, and I told y'all this election cycle is the worst election cycle in my lifetime. Now, mind you, I'm only 45. Well, that's old to a lot of you young people, but it is the worst election, literally the worst. Even you can consider the George W. Bush versus whomever to at least be a decent one. This one is just horrible. When you look at Trump, and this is the thing that frustrates me. Number one, the thing that frustrates me is you got two old people running. You have one person who lost in 2020, and they're back again. And now they're backed by special requests from the American public, from the Republican side, right? So I'm talking about Donald Trump. They signed up, and when I say they, I mean the voters, the Republican voters signed up for round two of Donald Trump, a 78-year-old self-adulating, unintelligent person. And when I mean unintelligent, he's intelligent when it comes to business. I'm not disrespecting him in that term, but when it comes to politics, he doesn't know a lot. He's not very bright. I probably know more about politics than Donald Trump does. Well, when you grow up in Washington, D.C., you kind of are into politics. But here's the deal. How in the world do you this is the opportunity. This is like, I'm looking at this Donald Trump versus Joe Biden thing as, you can really look at it as Sha'Carri Richardson running against a one-legged person. She should easily win this. And I'm not talking about a one-legged person with a bionic leg. This person doesn't even have a prosthetic to put on. And here it is, Donald Trump. I don't think that he can finish Joe Biden. This thing should have been over right now. This thing should have been over after the first debate, and probably even before the debate. Everybody sees the decline of Joe Biden. But here, Donald Trump is, even on that debate stage, with Joe Biden stumbling, fumbling, forgetting words, not knowing really where he is. Donald Trump is, all he's saying is, this is going to be the best ever. And people are coming here and they're doing this, and they're very, very, very bad people. They're bad. They're very bad. But when I was working in the office, NATO said I was wonderful, wonderful. Like, give me something. You don't even articulating. Discuss some policy. Discuss policy, whether it's domestic policy, whether it's foreign policy. One thing Donald Trump has policy on is immigration. That's the only thing it seems as though this man cares about. And I get it, immigration is important, but we also have inflation. We also have, an economy to worry about, GDP. We're on the verge of a recession if we're not already in one right now officially. And you know what the markers are for a recession. You have to have two, some people look at it as 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP. We have a lot going on, and he can't articulate this stuff. He should be on a debate stage giving specific solutions or identifying problems and giving specific solutions, but yet he's just talking in just very, very layman's terms. Like I told you, I'm gonna be fantastic. When I get to the economy is gonna be the best economy ever. You're not telling me anything. And now you look at it, Joe Biden is in total disarray at this point in time. And you still have Donald Trump attending rallies down, I think he was down in Florida, just talking about drug dealers and what we're going to do. And the mother's holding the baby, saying why in the hospital, a mother. And it's just kind of like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? What are your policies, sir? What are your policies? What do you stand for? So you can't even unite the country. Right now is the perfect time for this fool to get up on a stage and say something coherent. All he has to do at this point to beat Joe Biden is just seem like he has some type of ability to cooperate with both parties, to unify the country, but yet he just continually stirs up stuff. He doesn't put any policies on the ground. He says extremist things that make people kind of look at him sideways, kind of like have that dog look, just staring at you with the head tilted, like, what is he talking about? And this is the stuff that you get from him. And the thing that even ticks me off even more the thing that even, well, not even more, but is equally bad is just the stuff that comes out of his mouth, is the fact that he's, once again, like I tell you people, Donald Trump is so self-absorbed with himself. He thinks he knows everything. That's the difficult part about why I would never want to support Donald Trump. This is just my personal opinion is you're so self-absorbed in thinking that you know everything, that you're right, you're so vain, you can't even make the decision to say, listen, let me pick the best candidate. The three candidates that he has to choose from, I don't even know this guy with the beard. And mind you, like I said, I know I'm not trying to say I'm a politic expert, but this guy with the beard, matter of fact, I just saw him on one clip. I think he's a representative, he's a senator. I saw him and he was talking and berating someone during a meeting. It was some doctor. And it's just like, these are the people that you want to align yourself with, as opposed to aligning yourself with someone like Nikki Haley, even a Marco Rubio at this point. I would say, okay, Marco Rubio's a good pick because he's been in politics. He's sound, he's rational. I'm not talking about whether you agree with his policies or not. So we're not talking policies. So if people who hear, or if you're liberal, we're not talking policy. I'm just talking about as far as when you look at Marco Rubio, he seems like a hinged professional who comes in and does his job. He knows the political process. Even a Ted Cruz, same thing. They know the political process. They're hinged. They know politics and the procedures that go along with it. They carry themselves that way. This young dude, I think he's like 30 something years old, 38, 39. I'm not trying to say I don't know too much about him, but just looking at him and just looking at the few clips that I saw, the one or two clips that I saw, he's not that guy. And then also too, he's not that well known. You get somebody that is at least universally well known and palatable, that you can at least get those voters that are independent to convert over to you, to vote for you, Donald, or convert Democrats that are on the fence with Joe Biden. Your best pick would have been Nikki Haley, but once again, you burn so many bridges, and Nikki Haley is even trying to say that she would support you. Now, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but you love kicking people when when you feel as though they've crossed you or said something about you that you don't like, that you just hold particular grudges. And this is why I say this man should not be re-elected back into office anywhere. Let him go back to running his real estate business. Let him go back to that, but he does not need to be anywhere near the White House. I'm telling you people, when this November election comes, you need to pencil in someone's name. Think of Brewster's Millions, none of the above. That's what should be on your mind for this election. You should be penciling in someone's name. And what I would highly recommend is that everyone on the internet start talking and galvanizing now. Pick two people, one a liberal, one conservative, and say, we're going to vote for either one. We're either going to vote for, let's just say if you're a liberal, let's just say all liberals, or if you want to vote, we can only pencil in Gavin Newsom's name. And even if the Republicans don't want to vote for whomever, the person that they're going to pencil in on the Republican side, then just pencil in Gavin Newsom, and vice versa. The conservatives pick a name, whether it's Nikki Haley, say we're all going to pencil in Nikki Haley's name. And if there are some Republicans that can't get behind Nikki Haley, then just pencil in Gavin Newsom's name. Vice versa, it goes both ways. But we cannot allow for another 4 years of either Donald Trump or another 4 years of Joe Biden. It just can't happen. And this just is my personal opinion on the subject matter. I'd like to get your opinion on it. So drop a comment in the comment section. Also hit the like and subscribe button. Once again, this is the Political Brown Kid. I'm out of here.